the record of 3-1 with some very, very big young men and a very good running back, and it'll be a very tough challenge for the Seminoles. And we're just moments away from the kickoff as the smoke clears from the cannon and people get settled into their seat. It looks like a nice turnout once again. The hillside down to our right is pretty well filled with people, and not a bad place to watch a ball game from down there on the hillside. The Cadets will kick off, and the Seminoles will be on the offense first. And when the Seminoles go deep, I think you'll find Dustin Robinson, Eric Kramer, and Will Weddle as the three deep backs, as usual. And preparing to kick off for Fort Frye is number 62, Seth Prater. He's one of the 5 seniors on their team. He's an offensive lineman, 6 foot 205. And he's one of the smaller offensive linemen on the Cadets team. We wait the whistle from the official. And there it is, and we're ready to get underway. Prater's kick is short. It's going to go to Kramer on the far side. He's going to give a little ground as he comes back to this side, breaks away from a tackle, and still on his feet across the 30 to the 34-yard line. Looked like Kramer briefly lost possession of the ball there and kind of had to stop and wait for it, but was able to get upfield for a fine return to the 34-yard line.
Seminoles do not go down easily, Jeff.
When you get 1 or 2 backs, such as we have 2 running backs that run very hard, it's kind of contagious, and your other backs want to do the same thing. They can see that extra yardage. And our other backs in Kramer and Weddle, along with quarterback Joe Kress, run very hard, along with Robinson and Shoemaker. So on 1st and 10, Robinson in motion, to give to Shoemaker off the right side. He'll have 3 yards to the 37. Where he'll be brought down by number I can't see the numbers. Prater, number 62, one of the tacklers, and looked like number 25, Slenderman. The Seminole offensive linemen include number 74, Knowlton at center, number 61, Friday, and number 66, Boer at the guards, number 72, Hannes, and number 76, Yoho, the tackles, number 80, Geese is the tight end. Number 88, Leisure, split wide along with Robinson. Crest to throw. He'll get it to Robinson. Upfield to the 49-yard line. And that will be enough for a Seminole first down. A little different look there with twins clear out to the left. Leisure kind of run his man off. And the quick out to Robinson. Pickup of some 12 yards on the play to the 49-yard line. First down, Seminoles. We'll stop the clock here for a little equipment repair. Robinson needing to relace the shoe. Number 88, Leisure, is the other end on the opposite side of Geese, along with Shoemaker, Robinson, and Weddle in the backfield. And we've got a flag, and from here I believe the defensive end on this side is lined up in the neutral zone. And that will be the case. Number 66 here on the right side, Scott McCready, 6 foot 204 pound senior. When he come up to line up, put his hand down in the neutral zone, that's an automatic penalty. First down, 5 for the Seminoles with the ball now in Fort Frye territory at the 46-yard line. Both ends tight, backs in the wishbone. The fake to Shoemaker and give to Robinson on the right side. He'll have 2 yards to the 44, number 25, Schwindeman among the tacklers, along with number 14, Dustin Handshoemaker. It's a very young football team Fort Frye has, showing only 5 seniors on their roster. And they're 3-1, and a very fine defensive football team. They'll come up tight and try to take away the running attack. Crest to throw to try to loosen them up. He'll go quick out over here to Robinson. He'll break a tackle, stay on his feet inside the 25-yard line. Another Seminole first down. I think Coach Acosta trying to use some extra wide receivers to try to spread out the Fort Frye defense to loosen things up a little bit. This might be a case of tonight using the pass to set up your running game. Seminoles, go ahead, Joe.
I was just going to mention our trivia question for the evening about the Fort Frye schedule, but we'll talk about that after this play.
And trivia, we'll send everybody to the record books to check the answer to this. First down, Seminoles. Crest to throw once again. He's going to go for Leisure, and it looked like a little miscommunication there. Keith turned to the inside, and Crest threw it to the outside, incomplete. Second down, 10. During the first 3 games of the season, the Seminoles have taken their opening possession and driven the length of the field for a score. Fake to Shoemaker. Crest to keep on the option. He'll get to the outside, pick up a block, and be in the end zone. Touchdown. Joe Crest from 24 yards out. A keeper on the option. Nobody stopped him, so he just turned it upfield and went to the corner of the end zone. So, for the 4th time this season in 5 games, the Seminoles are on the board in their opening offensive possession with 9:24 on the clock. It's 6-0. Extra point upcoming by Joe Kress. Kramer is the snapper. Jason Ludwig will hold, and Joe Kress will attempt the point. And the kick is down and no good. Hooked badly to the left. But with 9:24 on the clock in the first period, Joe Kress's 24-yard touchdown run gives the Seminoles a 6-0 lead.
You know, Jeff, you mentioned last night in the show that Fort Frye was the last game of the season for several years, and that's the way it was when I was in school way back 100 years or so ago. And I just asked you before we started here, why the schedule change? Why is Bellsville the last game of the season? Is that because of the Super Bowl in Monroe County or what?
I think that had a lot to do with it. Several years ago, the PVC drew up a new schedule for their conference members so that their conference games would come during the latter part of the year, and then in order to get the rivalry games such as at that time Woodsville-Bellsville, now Monroe Central-Bellsville, as week 10 along Shenandoah and Caldwell play each other week 10. Fort Frye plays Waterford week 10. So I think part of it was to create that natural rivalry as the last game of the season, and also to kind of get the schedule in order when Meadowbrook dropped out of the PVC. Kress's kick is high. It'll go to number 83. That'll be Kaysen. And he'll be across the 25 and still on his feet across the 30 as he broke out of a pile of Seminoles. Fortunately, Eric Kramer still had a hold of him to bring him down. Talk about some of our running backs running very hard. Young man there, Josh Kaysen, he's 5'9", 157-pound junior of Fort Frye. Just kept his legs going and almost broke out of that tackle. After this play, we'll quickly try to set the Monroe Central defensive unit. The Fort Frye quarterback is number 1, Anthony Warren, a sophomore. He'll give to their tailback, Dusky, number 37. He'll be hit at the line of scrimmage by Shoemaker, assisted by Leisure, and no gain, perhaps a loss of a yard. The front 5 of the Seminoles, middle guard, number 40, Sam Scott. The tackles, number 76, Yoho, along with number 77, Demmerling. The ends are number 66, Boer, and number 88, Leisure. Linebackers, 44, Shoemaker, and 34, Weddle. Secondary, 24, Trigg, 20, Robinson, 33, Kramer, and 10, Jason Ludwig in for his first possession. Again, hitting the backfield is the tailback, Dusky. Looked like Scott in on the tackle. Some help from Shoemaker. No gain at all. Kress is now in. First couple of plays. Then Joe has to come out to change his kicking shoe. Ludwig is still in the game. Leisure has stepped out as the Seminoles will go with a 4-man front with Sam Scott moving out to the defensive end position. 3rd down and 11. The quarterback, Warren, will keep. Be hit after a short gain. Weddle on the tackle. You'll see as the night goes on, Fort Frye will not look to put the ball off at all in 4 games. Their quarterback, Warren, has attempted only 12 passes this year. And that's an average of 3 a game. And on 3rd and about 12, they ran a keeper. A fine punt by Fort Frye over the left side as they angle away from the Seminole deep backs. The ball bounced out of bounds over around the 29-yard line. The punter was number 62, Seth Prater, and it looked like he was definitely trying to kick the ball away from Kramer and Robinson. Really haven't seen Dustin be able to have an opportunity to get any returns since that first week down at Tyler Consolidated, and I'm sure the scouting reports have told people that you really want to try to keep the ball away from Robinson back there. I'd like to see somebody kick one down the middle sometime and get a chance for another nice return. But the Seminole defense has held 3 plays and out by Fort Frye, and they'll take over again at their own 29-yard line, already leading 6-0. The power eye in the backfield. Give to Robinson. He's going to break it to the outside, and was within an eyelash of a big gain there, brought down by number 32, Josh Quimby. Pickup of 6 yards by Robinson to the 35-yard line. For an instant, it looked like Dustin was going to be able to get outside, and if it's a foot race, I think most people's money will be on Dustin Robinson. But it's a nice pickup on 1st down of 6 yards, 2nd and 4. Both ends in tight once again. A power eye in the backfield. Robinson again to the right side, and this time he does break loose. He's across the 50 to the 40-yard line before he's pulled down by number 51, Nathan Kern, along with number, I think could be number 86, Mark Schott, but a big gain for Dustin Robinson. Put the ball at the Fort Frye 39. Same play, different side, better results.
I made reference to Dustin a couple of years ago as the Energizer Rabbit because he just keeps going and going and going.
A couple of nice highlights Thursday night on the show. Robinson looking like he was stopped and able to keep going. A lot of times the defense will break down, and Shoemaker gets the carry and has a nice gain on 1st down. As I started to say, a lot of times the defense will think a runner is stopped, and they'll kind of hold up, and the first thing you know, Robinson or a Shoemaker breaks through there and catches the defense off guard, and the result is more yardage. Shoemaker will pick up 8 yards on 1st down to the 31, making it 2nd and 2. The Seminole offense, once again, appears to be in high gear, driving down the field for the 2nd time this evening. Power eye in the backfield once again. Robinson again to the right side. He'll have the 1st down and a little bit extra down to the 27-yard line. Against a big physical team such as Fort Frye, the thinking could be Robinson's speed is a little more effective tonight than Shoemaker's power inside. And even though we have seen Luke with a couple of nice carries so far, Robinson has had 2 or 3 real nice gains. And the Seminoles, once again, with a scoring opportunity, knows the football just shy of the 26-yard line. We'll stay in that power eye. We'll fake to Robinson. Crest going to roll out. He's going to throw downfield to Leisure. Complete. And touchdown, Keith Leisure. Nice job by Joe Crest picking up the receiver, getting it out there to Leisure. 26-yard touchdown, Leisure from Crest. And once again, the Seminoles for their 2nd score of the night with 5:10 still remaining in the 1st period.
No miscommunication on that one, Jeff.
So after the opening miss, the Seminoles will now go for 2 to try to get that point back. That's Leisure's 4th touchdown reception of the season. Motion by Weddle to the left. Pitch to Robinson, he'll go to the corner of the end zone and be in for the score. Dustin Robinson with the 2-point conversion, and the Seminoles lead 14-0. I failed to mention after the first touchdown, that was Joe Kress's third touchdown running the ball this year, along with now with that touchdown pass, 5 TD throws for Kress. But the Seminoles now with a 14-0 lead, and we're just barely halfway through the first period. And the way things have been going recently, I think most of the people here are quite shocked by the offensive power in the early going. Shocked but pleased.
Yes. And a little bit relieved. Maybe they feel like they can sit back and take a breath at least this first quarter for a couple minutes anyway.
I felt coming in it was very important to get ahead of a team like Fort Frye, who does not like to pass the ball a lot, and maybe in the second half you now force them to do some things that they're not real comfortable with. However, still 5:10 left in the first period. We're a long, long way to go. Fort Frye's had the ball only one time, so 14-0 is a long way from safe. The Crest will kick off the second time. Dusky, the deep back for Fort Frye. A line drive kick will hit and bounce, and Dusky will take it in his own 13. He'll go to the left, try to get outside, and will get outside and be knocked out of bounds on the far side by Weddle, as he was able to get outside. And you've got to keep it back like that inside and not let him bounce to the outside. But Weddle on the play on the far side, forcing Dusky out of bounds at the 36-yard line. So the second Cadet possession of the night with their quarterback, Anthony Warren. We saw the tailback Dusky a couple times earlier. He comes into the game with 580 yards of rushing offense. He's the leading rusher in the Marietta Times coverage area. And he'll get the ball once again and get a couple of yards. He's wrapped up by Weddle after a 2-yard pickup. Booher also in on the tackle, but Weddle with the first is the main tackler. He's to the 39, making a 3-yard pickup, 2nd and 7. You really have to step up now and not let Fort Frye drive the ball down the field and show that they can run the ball. You have to defensively have to show that you're going to stop them every time they have it. Motion in the backfield, play still alive. Dusky will have the ball. Finally a flag goes down. Leisure will make the tackle on the far side. A very, very late flag. And now because of the loss, the Seminoles undoubtedly will decline that penalty. Everybody kind of stood around waiting for a whistle to blow because they knew that there was a penalty, but the officials did not kill the play. A loss on the play by Dusky, now back to the 34-yard line, a loss of 5. Seminoles decline, bringing up 3rd down and 12. We'll see if Fort Frye may throw their first pass of the evening on this 3rd and long. Last time they had the ball, they did not. They ran on 3rd and long. They'll give to the fullback, number 25. That's Jesse Schwindeman. He'll get past the original line of scrimmage to the 37-yard line, but well short of the first down. So once again, 3 plays and out for Fort Frye and a punting situation with Robinson and Kramer going deep. Prater deep in punt formation for the Cadets. Snap is good. The kick, a very fine kick. Once again, angling out of bounds over near the 30-yard line. They'll walk back and mark it dead at the, right about the 30-yard line. So once again, the Cadets forced to punt, and from up here, it's pointed out that there's possibly 12 men on the field for Fort Frye on that punt. I guess you can slide an extra guy out there to protect your punter. That way you don't get a punt blocked. But for the 3rd time, the Seminoles will take over in relatively the same field position Results have been very good the first 2 times. We still have 3:17 left in the first period. 14-0 Monroe Central. Robinson, the ball carrier. He tries to get to the outside. He fumbled the football, and it looks like Fort Frye is on it. But is that a flag over there about the 30-yard line?
Sure looks like one.
Let's wait and see what happens here. I did not see the ball come out, but by the reaction to the far side, there was a fumble which Fort Frye recovered. A holding penalty against Monroe Central will be declined, and the first big defensive break of the night goes to Fort Frye as they'll get great field position after the Seminole turnover. And fumbles have been few and far between by the Seminoles this year. It may only be the second fumble we have lost possession of this year. And I really did not have a good look at what happened, and maybe we'll be able to see it a little better there on the film. But now the defense, once again, will have to step up here as Fort Frye takes over at the Monroe Central 33-yard line. They'll give it to Mclaughlin, the fullback. Whistles are blowing up there as Luke Shoemaker standing out around the 50-yard line with the football. But the play was dead. Number 38, Nathan Mclaughlin, a big 5'11", 235-pound junior fullback, was the ball carrier. He'll pick up nice yardage, about 5 yards. Making it 2nd and 5 from the 29. They'll give it to Dusky. He'll be hit in the backfield by Yoho, and then dropped in the backfield for a loss by Robinson. Good play by Chad Yoho to break up the play, and then Robinson came up to finish it off for a loss, or maybe a short gain on the play of a little more than a yard. Notice Eric Kramer is now lined up at defensive right end, and Jason Ludwig is now playing the defensive corner position. That's something that the Seminoles have been working on over the season in practice, just trying to get more people involved defensively. A fake, and the quarterback Warren will run the ball. He's down near the 20-yard line. He's going to be just short of the first down. Linebackers Weddle and Shoemaker, I believe, in on the tackle, and it is a first down. I needed to about the 23-yard line, I guess, for the first down, so it was easily a first down for the quarterback Warren. The first down of the evening for the Cadets. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining in the first period. And the first scoring challenge of the night. Shoemaker coming on the blitz, and as I've said before, when you guess right, you look good. If you guess wrong, you're in trouble. But this time, Coach Singleton guessed right as he put his little stunt on with Shoemaker to the right side. He ran right into the ball carrier, Dusky, and a loss of 3. And that comes from scouting. In certain situations of the field, you know what the other team likes to do. And Coach Sarcosta and Coach Singleton look at a lot of film during the week of past opponents of Fort Frye in this case, and they may have known a little something right there. So 2nd and 13, big play by Shoemaker. Warren back, he wants to throw. He's going to be hit and brought down by Boer, the defensive end. There is a flag on the play. A loss back to the 31-yard line. Jamie Boer, not fooled by the fake and the bootleg action, and he'll bring the quarterback Warren down. The penalties for holding Fort Frye, and with the loss on the play, that will be declined. So 3rd down now and long. Around 20.
That's it.
3rd and 20. According to our scoreboard operator, Mr. Joe Moore. We've got a delay here as the officials talk about a couple things. And 3rd down.
27 seconds left in the first quarter, Jeff. Seems like it's been a long quarter. What do you think?
Well, coming in, we kind of thought it would be a quick quarter with both teams liking to run, but the Seminoles scoring twice, that kind of slows things down for the extra points in the kickoff. So if it's slowing down for that reason,
that's
no
okay.
complaints. 3rd and long. Warren, he'll fake the Dusky, try to get down the middle and complete the pass, and the ball is loose.
Seminole ball.
Monroe Central has recovered. The pass was complete to number 83, I believe Josh Kaysen, and on the recovery was, I'm not sure, I think maybe Eric Kramer. Eric Kramer appeared to be on the recovery. So an exchange of turnovers as the first quarter winds down. We have played one quarter. The score, Monroe Central 14, Fort Frye nothing.
For almost any size job, the area's most extensive fastener display is at Ager Hardware. Small engine belts in all sizes, too. And it's that time of the year for Oregon chains and bars and, of course, hunting licenses, shells, and accessories. Home improvements are easy with the large inventory of electrical and plumbing supplies and standard bathroom fixtures. A full line of kitchen and laundry appliances are always in stock. Custom paints for interior and exterior fall fix-ups. Special services, screen repair, and glass cutting. Car wax and car care products, bikes of all kinds, and just arrived vent-free and kerosene heaters. Eggers, much more than a hardware store. You already know that Woodsfield Ashland has 100% pure gasoline along with kerosene and diesel fuel. And you know about Kirk's homemade ice cream available in more than 27 flavors. And about their great pizza. Call ahead at 472-1745 to order your pizza to eat before or after the game. But did you know that Ashland's the place for fantastic hamburgers cooked in just 45 seconds? Now that's fast food. And for dessert, top it off with Southern shaved ice in lots of flavors. For ice cream, pizza, hamburgers, or Southern Snow, go to the Ashland right now. They're open till 11:30 Monday through Saturday until 10 on Sunday.
Well, Joe, as you said, what seemed like a long first quarter, but a very enjoyable first quarter, right, at least from the standpoint of the Monroe Central Seminoles.
That's right.
So Seminoles, after the fumble recovery by Kramer, will start 1st and 10. The ball on their own 18-yard line, let's call it, 18-yard line.
And we wanted to remind folks again about the tour of homes this Sunday from 1 to 5. They can get their tickets from any football mom or go to the elementary school on Sunday afternoon.
Well, moving around with the Cadets on defense. Crest to throw. He's going to come out here in the flat to Weddle. Yes. He's at the 30, 35-yard line. He'll get on to the 37, and that'll be more than enough for a first down. Weddle just lined up at the wing back position, or the slot back, and just came out basically unguarded. Joe Crest just laying the ball in there, and Weddle making the reception, and that's good for 19 yards and a first down. We see Cole Harrelson in for Leisure. Both ends are tight. And what is now tonight has become a very familiar formation, the power I. Second back, Robinson, nothing. Number 54, Tom Whitten, along with number 50, Clark Whitaker. A couple of those big young men, and they're both in that 195-pound range making that play. No gain by Robinson, ball right where it started at the 37-yard line. And that play, I don't think we did a real good job getting our blocks. We've done a fine job earlier. The Cadets made the play, making it 2nd down, 10. Crest to throw. He's got Leisure wide open.
Yes.
He's at the 45-yard line, foot race to the end zone. Touchdown, Keith Leisure. 63 yards. And he was wide open. I think I could have completed that pass, Joe. Keith Leisure's 2nd touchdown of the evening. That one going for 63 yards.
We won't see it on the film.
We won't see it on the film. Is that what Mr. Cameraman says over here?
We had a good shot of Luke.
We had a great shot of Luke, says the cameraman.
A great play fake, I guess. We'll take our words for it. Keith Leisure.
Great run,
And the
but
end
you
zone.
missed it.
Sorry, Keith. Crest's kick right through there. So with 10:48 remaining in the first half, it's 21-0 Seminoles. Well, since we didn't have a real good look at the play, we just mentioned what happened there, but it was a real good fake by Kress, and that's one reason that Keith was so wide open. It was because of that good fake. It's just a matter of the ball getting there, and once Keith caught it there between the 45 and 50-yard line, you turn on the speed, and Keith has a pretty nice speed.
That's why I do color and I'm not filming this football game, Jeff.
Well, you like the quick strike of the Seminole offense. The first 2 touchdowns going for 24 yards and 26 yards, and that one's 63 yards. So that's 3 long touchdown drives. The Seminoles were going to be very near the 200 yards of total offense already in the game. It is 21-0. Kress to kick off for the 3rd time tonight. A lot of time left, and that's what you like, is to turn that, convert that turnover into points. Short kickoff on the far side, and the ball carrier brought down by number 21, Josh Jones, after a short return, but the short kick will enable the Cadets to put the ball in play at their own 36-yard line. That'll put the ball back more like the 35-yard line. So as I mentioned earlier, this may force Fort Frye to do some things they're not real comfortable with, trailing by 21 points this early in the game. They'll give to their fullback, number 38, Mclaughlin. He'll be brought down to the center of the line there. Demerling on the stop along with Leisure, I believe. It is a 4-yard pickup, second real nice carry I've seen the fullback makes thus far this evening. Near the 10-minute mark on the time remaining in the first half. For the first time tonight, we'll see Fort Frye split a receiver wide left. Ludwig over here on him. They'll give to Dusky, the tailback. He'll get upfield for 3 or 4 yards. Looks like Weddle and Scott Shoemaker in on the play.
Sounded like some hard hitting down there, Jeff. I don't think the camera can pick it up, but we can hear it.
We're a long way off, and you can hear some pads cracking down there. We see Denny Knowlton coming in as the Seminoles will go to a short yardage, get an extra lineman in there. 3rd down and 2. Dusky will be hitting the backfield by Will Weddle. Number 34, Weddle, once again shooting through a gap. Another good call right there by Coach Singleton, as he had Weddle coming that time off the Fort Frye left side. And as I said earlier, when you guess right, the result is a long loss. So Fort Frye will be forced to punt. Prater in punt formation. Robinson and Kramer deep once again. And he hits a line drive type kick. Robinson will pick it up at his own 21-yard line and have nowhere to go. He'll be brought down at the 21-yard line. Little indecision, I think, by Robinson whether or not he should pick that up or not. But he made a good decision to pick the ball up, but just had nowhere to get to. Well, other possessions that have started from this area on the field have been very, very good. So let's hope that this one turns out as eventful as the previous possessions. 3 touchdowns and 1 turnover on the first 4 Seminole possessions. And still a lot of time remaining in the first half. Again, a lot of moving around with the Cadet defense. Shoemaker, he gets to the outside, breaks a couple tackles. He has some running room. Flag down behind the play.
My goodness.
The 40, he's going to be pulled down at the 30-yard line, but we have a flag down clear back at the Monroe Central 29-yard line. And everybody's walking backwards, and I believe this one is going to offset a long run by Shoemaker. Around a 50, 52, 53-yard run by Shoemaker, but that will be brought back, and the Seminoles will be penalized.
What was the call on that, Jeff?
I've been burned too many times. I'm not going to make a commitment here until I see a signal, but undoubtedly holding, and that will be the case. Monroe Central called for holding. And over on that far side, could be the holding that helped Luke get away over there. So that'll back the play up. The step off from the point of the foul will put the ball at the 19-yard line and create a very unusual 1st and 12 situation. We see Leisure and Shoemaker coming out after a long run. I'm sure Shoemaker needs a breather. So Weddle will line up at that fullback position. They'll pitch to Kramer. He'll be brought down to 23-yard line. He'll be brought down by Hand Shoemaker. Pickup of almost 5 yards by Kramer. 2nd down. Call it 7. 2nd and 7. Leisure returns, replacing Harrelson with the play. And he will go split far to the left. Kramer is the slot back. Crest to throw. He has time. He's going downfield. Overthrows his intended receiver, Leisure. And now bring up 3rd and 7. Keith kind of did a little hook pattern in there, setting up in front of the defense. The ball sailed just a little bit high. Incomplete. 3rd and 7. Shoemaker returns. Again, twins to the left by the Seminoles, Leisure and Robinson, split that way. Crest to throw. He'll step up under some pressure and try to get away and be unable to do so. He'll be brought down to 26-yard line by number 51, Nathan Kern. So for the first time this evening, the Seminoles will punt. The punter tonight will be Eric Kramer. They caught us off guard last week. Keith Leisure punted all night, and we didn't catch that until the very last punt of the evening. But this is Kramer punting. And he gets off a dandy, sending the deep back all the way to the 33-yard line. He'll be hit by 64, John Shoemaker. Crest had a little piece of the runner initially, but John Shoemaker finished the play off at the 45-yard line. Number 83, Josh Kaysen, was the return man, but a very nice punt by Eric Kramer. That's more like the punt, pass, and kick champ from a few years ago that we have seen. Eric has had a little bit of a problem with a knee, which I think has hampered his punting. So hopefully he's healthy, because punts like that can sure turn the game around and give you much better field position. But a nice return by Kaysen will give Fort Frye the ball at their own 45-yard line. And Dusky, the tailback, he'll have very little running room. A whole host of Seminoles over there. Boer, I see Weddle on the play. Yoho also there, along with Kramer. Only a yard or less pickup. Call it 2nd down, 9. Fine job over on that defensive left side, where Boer and Yoho are stationed over there. Cadets will send a receiver wide to the right side, but both ends are tight. They'll give to the big fullback, Mclaughlin. He'll get forward near the 50-yard line, where Kramer and Weddle on the play. Pick up 5 yards on the play. 3rd down and 5. So call it 3rd and 5. Ball just short of the 50-yard line. We've got a stoppage of play. Looks like an equipment problem in the Seminole huddle. And they'll rewind the clock, which now reads 5 minutes remaining in the first half. 3rd and 5. Again, both ends are tight with a wing back for Fort Frye. And the eye, they'll fake to Dusky, and Sam Scott will make the play in the backfield for the loss. Number 40, Sam Scott, got wrapped around the leg and held on the ankle for dear life, and was able to bring the quarterback, Anthony Warren, down. A loss of some 8 yards, back to the 42-yard line. Good play, Sam Scott. And we had a flag on the play, which I did not see, but is holding against Fort Frye, declined. I think it's safe to say that whoever was being held was not Sam Scott, as he was through there very quickly to make the sack. So Prater's in punt formation again. Robinson and Kramer deep once again. The line of scrimmage, the Cadet 42. And a good kick. Robinson running up, a fair catch at the 22-yard line. And that's where the Seminoles will take over once again with 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first half. So the clock does not start after the fair catch, so quarterback Kress just now getting to the huddle. First and 10. Again, a lot of movement from the Cadet defensive front. Shoemaker's the ball carrier. He'll spin away from a couple of tacklers and be brought down at the 30-yard line by Warren. The pickup of some 7-8 yards on first down. Ball just across the 30-yard line. Seminoles would like to get the ball downfield and get another score on the board prior to halftime. We're just under 4 minutes remaining in the first half. 21-0. Monroe Central with the lead. Kress on the option. He'll keep. He'll pitch late to Robinson. Across the 50. He'll cut back to the 40. 35, still speed across the 30-yard line. That's something we saw happen a couple of times last year, where Kress, after turning upfield, when he had nowhere else to go, would pitch the ball back to Robinson, who has kept his pitch distance back behind. And it looked like Joe was down. And again, the defense probably holding up a little bit, thinking the play was over. But Robinson upfield to pick up another 40 yards. Well, the play will go for 40 yards, not all by Dustin, but very close to that. So the Seminoles, with less than 3.5 minutes in the first half, and when that play works, that's nice to watch.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That's what happens when you have seniors at both those positions by Kress and Robinson. This is Robinson on the pitch. He'll be inside the 25, near the 23-yard line. Seven yards. Again, another real nice pickup on first down by the Seminoles. And our average on first down tonight has to be quite impressive. Weddle in, Kramer out with the play. Second down and 3. Just prior to the snap, we see Fort Frye defensively doing a lot of jumping around. Have to wonder if all these people moving just before the snap, as they are right now, doesn't maybe hurt them a little bit as much as help, because the Seminoles have had several big plays tonight. Kress to throw. He'll throw it to the corner of the end zone.
It's good. It's good.
Touchdown, Keith Leisure. But we have a flag down. We have a flag in the backfield, and a holding penalty against Monroe Central will take this one off the board. Otherwise, a nice first half here, Joe, but Coach can't be happy with a couple or 3 big penalties that have happened thus far. Everybody's down, lined up, getting ready for the extra point, but this one's coming back. And what could have been the third Leisure from Kress touchdown effort of the first half will be waved off because of the holding penalty. A few weeks ago, when Shadyside was here, passing on almost every play, there was a lot of complaints from the Seminole sideline about holding. You kind of thought that maybe holding was legal in that game, because it seemed to be going on a lot that wasn't being called. But that may be our third or fourth holding call of the first half. Some officials watch holding a lot closer than others. And obviously the Rusty Vermilion crew that's here tonight, they'll watch the holding call. So, bring the ball back to the 37-yard line. Second down and about 18. Kress is down. He wants to throw again. He'll go to Leisure. Complete. Nice job, Keith Leisure. Wow. The ball at the 18-yard line, very near a first down. And I think it is a first down. As Leisure come off the line, nobody was on him. He was wide open. Thought we might be able to get the ball out there, but Joe had to roll away from a little bit of pressure. Leisure come back to the ball and made a fine catch right at the sideline. High school ball like college, you only have to get 1 foot down, but I think Keith had both feet, both knees, everything inbounds. So a nice catch by Leisure. He's replaced by number 85, Arden. And I'd say Leisure deserves a breather for this play.
I'm sure.
And I know Coach wanted to try to get Nathan Arden in the game a little bit. And Robinson off the left side.
He's up.
And he's still on his feet. And he's near the 5-yard line. Dustin Robinson, another Seminole first down.
How many years has Keith played football?
This is Keith's second year football player. He never played until he was a junior. Made some good progress last year, made some big receptions in the playoff game against Byrne Union last year, and has become the go-to guy this year. And with the 2 catches tonight, gives him 5 touchdown receptions for the year. So first and goal, the ball on the 5. And Robinson juggling the ball. Wasn't a clean handoff. Looks like Dustin was able to get it back and maybe pick up a yard. Not a clean exchange. So that'll be second and goal. Harrelson and Kramer replacing Weddle and Arden. Ball again just inside the 5-yard line. 1:20 on the clock now. Seminoles with all 3 timeouts left. But, you know, with this much time left, a minute and 15, Kramer will be to the 2, maybe near the 1-yard line. Looks like Anthony Warren, the Fort Frye quarterback, in on the play. Kramer gets it down to the 1-yard line. We have moved inside 1 minute. Third down and goal. Situation here, you don't want to use your timeouts and give Fort Frye very much time. You'd like to take it down as near halftime as you can and get the touchdown. And this is third and goal. Probably no real reason to call a timeout unless it's to come up with a play. Again, a lot of shifting on the line by Fort Frye, and Shoemaker will be in the end zone standing up from a yard out. Luke Shoemaker, 1-yard touchdown run, and with 26 seconds on the clock, it's 27-0 Seminoles. And that is Shoemaker's 4th rushing touchdown of the year. So Joe Kress 1 for 2 on placements tonight. Will attempt to add to the lead. And from here it looked good, and the officials say it is good.
Well, Jeff, a big difference in the locker room tonight at halftime.
I think most people here, maybe we have grown accustomed to the close nail-biter games the last 3 weeks. You know, Shadyside tied at halftime, Tulsa a narrow 1-point lead at halftime, last week trailing by 7 points at halftime. And I don't think anybody really expected a 28-0 lead with 26 seconds remaining in the first half against a 3-1 Fort Frye team. You know, who's supposedly and is a very good defensive team and very good against the rush. But the Seminoles have both run the ball and passed the ball almost at will. And, you know, it's been very easy thus far, but there's still a half to play. And the halftime discussions tonight will probably center around the penalties, which I've heard a couple of possessions. And also the fact that even though it's 28-0, you have to go out and do a lot of things correctly. You know, don't get lazy and do some very foolish things and let a team back in the ball game. So Joe Kress will line it up to kick off. Again, Dusky, the deep back at his own 11-yard line for the Cadets. And Kress attacks the ball on the ground. And it's going to be one of the short backs taking it about the 25-yard line. And he'll be wrestled down by Kramer and Trigg as he is at his own 31-yard line. 20 seconds remaining. The clock will start here as the chains are set. We'll see if Fort Frye tries to even get a play off. And it looks like they will not, as the quarterback Warren is still standing over at the sideline. So as we're inside 5 seconds left, that will take us to halftime. And the Cadets will not get a play off. And very surprisingly at halftime, the score reads Monroe Central 28, Fort Frye 0.
The F.W. Shoemaker Insurance Agency was established in 1903. They have 3 agents and 3 customer service representatives to give you the kind of service you deserve. Being an independent insurance agency means they represent different companies, allowing them to compare for you. For all of your insurance needs, auto, home, life, bonds, business, or farms, contact F.W. Shoemaker Insurance Agency at 472-0876. Thinking of building, buying, or remodeling? We can help with the cash you need at Woodsfield Savings and Loan, 105 West Court Street. We offer prompt, expert service and make every attempt to avoid red tape. We make it easy to obtain a mortgage loan or to receive a construction loan for the house of your dreams. Come to Woodsfield Savings and Loan for help with your future as we prepare for our future facility and services. A new location, drive-through convenience and checking, but that same personal attention you've always counted on from Woodsfield Savings and Loan. Let Swiss Lanes really help you find what you need. A beautifully landscaped lawn surrounds this house in Woodsfield. The property is on 2 lots and has a huge 2-stall garage. Inside, this 3-bedroom ranch has 2.5 baths, a large living room, kitchen dining area, a storage room, and a utility room. New cool vent windows and new doors, another big plus. Beautifully maintained, this home is ready for you to unlock the door and move in. We take listings on all types of property at Swiss Lands Realty, 472-0614.
Back for the third period, and Fort Frye will receive the opening kickoff of the second half. And talking to some people down below at halftime, Joe, and it's kind of odd your perception a person has of the game. We felt like the first quarter was kind of long, the second quarter was much quicker. Talked to a person downstairs there that thought the first quarter was quick and the second quarter was very long. So I guess it's all on how you perceive things. Joe Kress will kick off as the Seminoles will be on defense to begin the third period. Scores 28-0 Monroe Central. Also saw Mark Durkis from the Times Leader down the press box, so I'll be sure to check out his article and the Sunday Morning Times Leader. Kress's kick is a line drive on the ground, picked up by number 33. Make that number 83, and he's hit to the ground very hard. That's Kaysen. So Fort Frye will put the ball in play at their own 34-yard line to begin period number 3. 28-0 in favor of the Seminoles. Touchdowns by Kress on a run of 24 yards, a pair of Leisure from Joe Kress passes, and a Shoemaker run, and we have a flag down, along with 2 Kress kicks and a Robinson extra point run. And we'll see what the penalty is. And it is a false start or illegal procedure penalty against Fort Frye. It looked like Shoemaker and Sam Scott both were ready to shoot through the gaps at the center position, and somebody moved a little quick there to try to pick them up, and a 5-yard step off against Fort Frye. It's now 1st and 15 at the 29-yard line. We'll see if Fort Frye does any passing here to try to get back in the game during the second half. They average only 3 passes a game. They start on the ground with Dusky, and he's brought down by Eric Kramer, number 33. Kramer at the defensive end position here to start the third period. Dusky came into the game as the leading rusher in the Marietta Times coverage area with 582 yards, and he has very little yardage thus far this game. I would say first half he was probably under 20 yards, maybe even closer to 0 as far as his net yardage in the first half. Dusky will get the ball again. He'll have some running room here, and he'll be hit by Kramer and Demmerling. Kramer had him around the waist and the legs, and Demmerling delivered the blow very high and very hard hit. You could sure hear the pads crack on that one.
That's right.
And that was Chris Demmerling finishing off the play. So 3rd down and 12. The Cadets at their own 32-yard line. And I haven't been keeping track of the stats here, but maybe only 1 or 2 first downs for Frye in the first half. And they'll give to Dusky once again off the right side. He has some running room this time and be very close to first down. Ludwig and Robinson along with Kress and Weddle on the play. This is very close to first down, and from here, it's just short. Just short of the first down. 4th down and a yard. Looked like Dusky was going to get the first down, but the secondary come up very quickly there, Ludwig, and made the play to force another punting situation by Prater of the Cadets. And he's tried to angle the ball away most of the evening. And he kicks a line drive, which will hit, and the deep backs Robinson and Kramer will let the ball roll, and it will continue to roll down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So the Cadets, who have went the length of the field, or very near the length of the field 4 times for touchdowns, I'd say we have to be in the 250 to 280 yard range as far as total offense in the first half with 4 scores. And the offense will now be starting at their own 8-yard line. Lazier split with a slot left formation. And Shoemaker, and so long. One guy with a little bit of an angle, but they forget it. He's gone. And that sprinter, once again, Luke Shoemaker with another 92-yard touchdown run. Maybe not quite as dramatic as last week, but very effective. I don't think I've ever seen a guy get 10 yards past the line of scrimmage and it become obvious he's going to go the rest of the 80 yards for a touchdown.
Incredible.
I'd have to count. I'm not sure if Fort Frye, I'm not sure where their people were. But Shoemaker with 92 yards on the run. Think we can get 92 yards out of Shoemaker every week on one run?
Something.
So that makes it 34-0. Kress to try the extra point. The kick is good by Kress. So with 8 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in the third period, Monroe Central 35 and Fort Frye nothing.
And Jeff, we're looking at this scoreboard, and again, that was all donated by the Coca-Cola Company.
The additions
Beautiful
to
scoreboard.
Yeah, the additions to the scoreboard, the helmet in the upper left corner with the Monroe Central Seminoles emblem at the top and the Cameron Coca-Cola emblem at the bottom as far as their advertisement, and really makes for a nice scoreboard. It was nice before, but it's even nicer now with the added features of the scoreboard. So if we can just get Cameron Coca-Cola to maybe donate us a Diamond Vision to put on the other side next year for some of these replays. Dale said he'll run the camera for that.
Sounds good.
And it's a lot more fun at 35-0 than it has been the last few weeks
right.
also, Joe.
Some of those moms can relax down there.
Maybe we'll try to get Joe to do play-by-play the last quarter.
I don't think.
So Kress will kick off again. Dusky is deep. And one thing this does, and as I see the coaches down the sideline, line up some of the younger JV kids and a chance for them to get some Friday night action. The kick is short, number 28, And Josh Jones will bring down the ball carrier, Eric Huck, at the 38-yard line. Josh Jones on the coverage and gets a solo tackle and a handshake from Coach Acosta as he leaves the field. I mentioned some of the younger kids, Coach Sherman lining up some of those young men down the sideline. Probably the next time the Seminoles go on offense, we may see some other people. The Seminole JVs are 2-1, and they will play at home this Monday night against Bellsville, a game that was rescheduled from earlier in the season. Fort Frye does not have a JV team, so a home game against Bellsville, JV-wise, on Monday night, starting somewhere at 5 o'clock or shortly thereafter here at the field in Woodsfield. I think Dusky was the ball carrier, and he's buried by a whole host of Seminoles. See John Shoemaker in on the line as Yoho will take a breather on the defensive side of the ball. As we can look for some other new players, some younger players to see some action the rest of the evening, and that's good. And Warren will give to his fullback, number 38, Mclaughlin, and he'll be hit hard, and he was hit a couple of times, including Shoemaker the last time. And see somebody's shoe laying down there. I'm not sure who that belongs to. The ball at the 42-yard line, 3rd down and 5.
Now, Jeff, we do intend to film one of the JV games, too. We haven't determined which one that'll be yet. No color, just a real simple taping, and we'll run it on a Saturday morning right after the varsity game.
And that would be a great treat for some of the young kids there, get a chance to see themselves on TV. And Dusky's the ball carrier, and he gets a little bit of running room and a 1st down near midfield. And that may be Dusky's best gain thus far this evening. Somebody had a shoestring over there that pulled him down at the 50-yard line, but it is a Fort Frye 1st down.
We did film last night's junior high game. Big win for them, and that will be on directly after this game, immediately after this game.
Okay, so stay tuned right after this telecast. That'll probably be somewhere around 1 o'clock or shortly thereafter for the junior high game. Dusky once again, he breaks loose, and Kress will pull him down with some help from Trigg. Around the Seminole 32, and a little bit of a letdown here by the Seminoles defensively, as Dusky has ripped off a couple of big gains, and the Cadets are at the 32-yard line, and what has been their best drive thus far this evening. They had one other possession close when they recovered a fumble, but turned it back over on a fumble of their own. And a little bit of pride from the defense here. We hope they'll try to keep Fort Frye off the board. 6 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the 3rd period. And Mclaughlin is hit at the line and stood up for nothing. Maybe a yard. See Kramer getting up, Weddle, John Shoemaker, Sam Scott also in the middle there. Give the fullback Mclaughlin 1 yard. Nathan McLaughlin's a 5'11", 235-pound junior, number 38, not listed in your program, but he is listed on the roster that we received from Fort Frye. And just a junior. And Dusky is hit very hard as he gets a yard or two. Yoho, number 76, Chad Yoho with a big hit to bring Dusky down after a pickup of a yard. The ball just shy of the 30-yard line. 3rd and 8. Another one of the seniors stepping up and making a play. That's where the pride factor comes in with your seniors. They don't like to give up points. Even though they have a comfortable lead, they want that shutout. Something that the defense has not recorded yet this year is a shutout, even though they have improved steadily. A flag is down as Warren wants to throw, but Demmerling, along with Scott and Yoho, all over him. Another holding penalty is the call against Fort Frye. For this position on the field, we'll see what the decision is. A loss of a couple of yards on the play, and it will be declined. That'll bring up a 4th down and 11. 4th and 11. And we see some changing here. It looks like the punt team for Fort Frye is coming in at 35-0. Coach Acosta is signaling for his deep backs to stay up. There's no need to go deep here. A possible fake. They'll put people up close looking for the fake, and if the punter does hit it, and he'll throw it over his head, and he's in all kind of trouble now, and he'll try to down the ball, and will down the ball at the 40-yard line, make it the 38-yard line in Fort Frye territory. What a change there. The Noles were very content to let him kick the ball into the end zone or to kick it down deep with a 35-0 score, but the snap sailed way over his head, and he was forced to down the ball under heavy pressure at the 38-yard line, and we see a whole group of younger Seminoles in. And with 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter, that's quite an accomplishment where you can play some of these young men in the third quarter. Jason Ludwig is a quarterback. He'll give to his fullback, number 21, Josh Jones. See, we're filming a reserve game and we didn't even know.
That's right.
We'll try to
This may be it, huh, Joe?
We'll try to set several of these young men here and get their names mentioned. And we see number 49, Ben Miller, entering the game, replacing number 22, Josh Woodby. As I said, the quarterback is Ludwig. Jones is at one running back, along with Daniel Ludwig, number 32, at the wing. Ludwig will fake to Jones and keep and be buried, a loss of a couple of yards. The ends with this group is number 85, Arden. He's on one side. And we'll try to pick up some of the people. Number 70, Jones. Tom Jones is at a tackle, along with number 51, John Cecil. Number 50 is the center, Eric Rose. Number 11, Bruce Ludwig, is the tight end on the left side. Ludwig drops to throw. He hits Nathan Arden. Complete. Nathan will be pulled down about 4 yards shy of the first down. The first varsity reception for Nathan Arden. Also in the game, number 60, Matt Hughes on the right side, along with number 58, Daniel Cole. And I don't know if we covered everybody that is in at this time or not. I sure hope so. And some other people are getting lined up there, getting ready to come in. As coach will get everybody into the game as much as possible, get everybody some playing time. 4th down and 4. Ludwig wants to throw again. He goes deep for his brother, Daniel Ludwig, just out of his reach. Incomplete. So with the ball at the 32-yard line, the first group will return to the game to punt the ball away. Almost a big gain right there from Ludwig to Ludwig. Excuse me, that was 4th down. So that will be the defense coming back onto the field for the Seminoles. As they'll play the first defensive unit as long as Fort Frye has their first offensive unit in the game. So the Cadets take over after the 4th down pass is incomplete with 2:09 remaining in the third period. And Dusky will get the ball off the right side and be hit after a couple of yards. Yoho, Brewer on the play. Trigg also coming up. Give Dusky 3 yards, 2nd and 7 to the 35. A lot of people always ask in a situation like this why you don't put some of the younger kids in defensively, but really that would be a mismatch and probably a problem from a safety standpoint with some of our young freshmen and sophomores playing against these big first line people of Fort Frye, those 250-pound backs. Dusky is hit immediately at the line of scrimmage by Yoho. That's the second big time hit of the second half delivered by Yoho. Jamie Sampson, number 26, replacing Trigg in the secondary. 3rd down and 7. Maybe 3rd and 6 as the ball is now resting at the 36-yard line.
Wish we had Roger here tonight with his stats, Jeff. There's some stats I'd like to hear.
It'd be interesting to find out the total offense of the Seminoles has to be in that 350, close to 400-yard range. Again, pretty well distributed between the pass and the run. McLaughlin is the ball carrier. He's brought down by Demmerling, and Kramer also there. Fourth down as Fort Frye will try this punting formation once again. Robinson and Kramer back. Prater hopefully will get a good snap this time, and he does. A little bit lower. He'll get the kick off. That's a dandy kick, sending Robinson all the way back to the 15-yard line. He'll try to get to the left, and he picked up one block from Denny Knowlton, but needed more. But he gets the ball back out to the 23-yard line. But a very fine punt right there by Prater. So the Seminoles will take over at the 23-yard line with no time remaining in the third period. I was looking around there and seeing nobody on the field yet, but that is because we have reached the end of the third period, and the score being Monroe Central 35, Fort Frye nothing.
These days, it seems like everyone is looking for a bargain. You can spend a lot of time shopping for high quality and low prices, even for gasoline. Redhead in Woodsfield has 100% pure gasoline at low, low prices. While you're there, save on car care products, including oil, fluids, additives, and more. Soft drinks are discounted every day at the Redhead. Stock up on your favorite pop and snacks. Even Fido gets a break with Champion dog food at big, big savings. So stop at the Redhead today and save.
Just like the Monroe Central Seminoles, you can be a winner at Loveday Motors.
Win big with Loveday's large selection of new or used cars, trucks, and vans. Win big with service after the sale. Loveday's in Woodsfield takes pride in their community and in their dedication to serving you.
Be a winner at Loveday Motors.
Period number 4, and I don't think anyone here thought that tonight would be one of those easy games that we have all been hoping for.
No, I don't know that anybody expected this, Jeff, but it sure is nice.
And I know Coach Acosta has to be very pleased with the output of both his offensive unit and his defensive unit, leading 35-0 as we enter the fourth period. The JV unit is now playing on offense, and you know they would like to get that shutout. And the defense has been getting better and better every week, and a super, super job tonight. Ludwig, the quarterback, pitches to Kramer. He tries to get outside, and he'll be brought down by Warren at the 34-yard line. A pickup of 11 yards and a first down for Monroe Central. Chance for Eric Kramer, just a sophomore, to get in with the younger kids, and a chance to carry the ball a few times. He has not had a lot of opportunities thus far this year with Shoemaker and Robinson, combining for over 850 yards of offense running in the first 4 games, and they probably were right around that 200-yard mark combined tonight. We know Shoemaker had 92 on one run, and Robinson with a couple of very good runs. Jones is the ball carrier, Josh Jones, and he has about 8 yards. Make it 9 yards for Jones on the play. Second down and 1. We see Eric Rose, number 50, has returned to the game at the center position. Jones will carry again. He'll get the first down at the 47-yard line. I also think the officials may be ignoring a couple things, because I think we had an illegal motion penalty on us right there that was not called. One of our people went out and had his hand down and was set, and then picked his hand back up and went back down, and that should be a penalty. But the officials chose to ignore it. And you may get a lot of that during this last period, a lot of those little calls not being made. First and 10 Seminoles at the 47-yard line. Ludwig will run the option. He'll keep and be hit at midfield. Number 14, Hand Shoemaker on the tackle. And a defensive back there, number 28, Huck, come up and tackled Kramer over in front of the bench there. That's one way to keep the quarterback from pitching the ball. Just tackle that pitch man. And we had a flag down, and as I mentioned, the fact that the officials might be ignoring some plays, we have a holding call. What a lonely spot when you're the defensive coordinator and your team is trailing 35-0. As we pan back there, that's defensive coordinator of Fort Frye, George Hennessy, up there all by his lonesome, just with a headset, and he cannot be very happy as his ball club has given up 35 points tonight. So the holding penalty against the Seminoles will bring the ball back to the 40-yard line. First down and 18. First and 18.
Is that the first penalty call on us this second half, Jeff?
It very well could be the first penalty of the second half. Things just tend to blend together after a while. Ludwig wanted to throw and is buried under a whole host of cadets. And it'll be second down and 21. Second and 21 as the ball is now back at the 36-yard line. Again, Fort Frye looks like they have predominantly their first defensive unit on the field against an entirely second unit of Seminoles on the offensive end. A couple nice gains, but now a couple losses. Ludwig back wants to throw again, steps away from people and is hit hard and fumbles. But the Seminoles will be on top of it. John Shoemaker will recover that loose ball. Ludwig trying to look for Arden or Trigg downfield. Did not have a lot of time, and the ball was fumbled, and Shoemaker on the recovery as the Seminoles maintain possession. Third down now and around 25. Hand off to Jones, the fullback, and he's hit very hard after a pickup of around 5 yards. Looked like Warren on the tackle along with Hand Shoemaker. And we'll get another punt by the Seminoles as the first unit will go back, or mainly a first unit now on the punt. 4th and 20. 4th and 20. Kramer to punt. This may only be the second punt of the evening. The first one was a dandy. This one is also going to be okay. Number 83, Kaysen, will take the ball, and he'll get a little bit of yardage. He stepped away from Kress before he is wrapped up by number 66, Boer. So the Cadets will take over at their own 37-yard line. Looking also at a couple of new people in not an entirely JV group here, but I see number 80, Geese, getting his first opportunity to play defense at the varsity level. He's played a couple of JV games to get a little bit of experience. I also see number 61, Trevor Friday. Coach Acosta said last night on the show that we may see Trevor play some defense, and here's a chance for Trevor to kind of break in at the defensive spot. Big gain on first down by Fort Frye. The ball carrier was McLaughlin, the fullback. He has 5 yards to the 43. We move inside, 7 minutes remaining in the game. Also see Sampson in at defensive back in place of Trigg. Number 83, Kaysen at the tailback. Gets the carry. He's brought down for no gain. And I have a hard time seeing across there who all is in. Defensive end on that side is Kramer. You also see Jones, number 21, in at the linebacker spot. as Weddle will check out, and Robinson also coming out as number 32, Daniel Ledwig, also in the game. So slowly, Coach Singleton getting some new people in the game. And the ball carrier stacked up. Sampson and Demmerling on the tackle of McLaughlin. I see Kramer playing linebacker on this possession. And we'll get a punt situation by Fort Frye. Prater again, he's had quite a workout tonight. And people out, people in. And we finally get Robinson out there for 11. I think Dustin thought he had the rest of the night off. Shoemaker, some pressure, and another nice punt by Prater. Robinson will let it go, and it will roll into the end zone. That was very close to going out of bounds at the 1 yard line. A couple of nice punts by Prater. So the Seminoles will take over at their own 20-yard line with 5:22 left.
Jeff, just wanted to take a minute here and thank you so much for taking care of the show last night. Lance was a little bit under the weather, and you were called pretty much last minute. Came out ready to go and did a super job. Thank you.
Well, it was a lot of fun, and Lance doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to get even.
Look out, Lance.
Kramer will get the carry and have nothing. He's stacked up by number 68, Donald Hopp, and a couple other people. I also see for the Seminoles, number 68, Tucker Roberts in the game. Now coming in, number 62, Isaiah Geese. 63, Michael Dixon. 25, Jason Horvath. 73, Dave Weddle. As we get some late changes here, make sure now as coach tries to get everyone in the game. And Ledwig will keep and be wrapped up in the backfield. He'll break away and still on his feet. And he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. That's a pretty good effort by Jason Ledwig just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Looked like Huck and Hop in on the tackle. Jones returning with the play. That's Josh Jones. Third down, 9. Number 82, David Forrest, also in at an offensive line position at the end on the left side. Ball carrier is Jones, very little. So he'll be stacked up right at the line and bring up another punting situation as the fourth quarter has turned into a punting match. And some of the younger kids hustling on and off the field, you like to see that. You know, they have to be excited a chance to play on Friday nights. You know, they haven't had a chance to play the last 3 weeks on the varsity games with the closeness of the games. And as I said earlier, they will play their 4th JV game of the season here Monday night. Kramer will punt, and it's not a real good kick. It's going to hit and roll and turn into a better kick. Kress will pick it up and down it at the 45-yard line. On the sideline, it looked like the ball may have been touched by the Fort Frye deep back, Kaysen, but the officials say no. Kind of look for Joe there, maybe to scoop that one up and take off the other way. But he just downed the ball at the 45-yard line. 2:58 remaining in the game. Clock now running. You're starting to get just a little bit cool here this evening, a little bit of air moving now, but a great night for football. See a lot of people down here that when they came to the game must have thought it was going to stay warm forever. And you say, no jackets on, but a very nice night. Kaysen as the ball carrier, 83, and he's tackled by Jones, number 21. That's Josh Jones. Pickup of about 2. Number 46, Robert Muntz into the game. I don't believe we've called his name yet. We'll try to look down the lineup here, and hopefully we have everybody in the ball game at least for a couple of plays.
Want to remind everybody again, Football Moms Tour home Sunday, 1 to 5.
And a lot of people had a chance at the ball carrier there, and he's finally brought down by, I believe, several people there. I think Muntz was in on the tackle and a couple other people. Trevor Frye now checks out, replaced by Weddle. That's David Weddle. 49, Miller into the game. Less than 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining in the game. And a pitch back to Kaysen. He's going to be brought down on the far side by, I can't see, number 26, Sampson. Long way across the field there, a little bit hard to see.
I was going to say, Jeff, I couldn't see that one.
Number 26, Sampson on the tackle, as we're now at 1 minute and 6 seconds remaining for Frye to punt one more time. And some more changes being made as we get a JV punt return team out there. I think we only have 10 guys on the field with a couple more trying to get off. Prater's kick will hit and roll inside the 20. Those let it roll inside the 10 and be down at about the 8-yard line. And I believe we only had 10 on the field and 1 leaving. But that's real tough, as you're not real sure who's supposed to be out there. 38 seconds remaining. We'll remind the people leaving, call your friends up. The junior high game to follow here in just a couple of minutes. A chance to see some of the future Seminoles in action. I'm not going to tell you who won in case you don't know who won. You want to watch that. And it'll be over before the Ohio State Notre Dame game comes on in a little bit, so
That's
no
right.
problem. Clock running now, inside 30 seconds left. And we should get 1 play, and that should take care of us for the evening. And quarterback Ludwig will just run a sneak and get a couple of yards and be brought down. So we're inside 10 seconds, and that's going to put a wrap on another Seminole victory, 35-0 in favor of Monroe Central. That should keep the Seminoles in second place in the OVAC. Very importantly, in the top 4, probably second place in the computer, Region 19. And a share of first place in the PVC at 2-0 will be tied with the winner of tonight's Frontier Shenandoah game. So that'll about do it for this evening. Another great night and something we're not accustomed to, a very easy Seminole win.
That's right.
At 35-0. For cameraman Dale Eddy and Joe Palmer, this is Jeff Stevens reminding you that next week the Seminoles will make the trip to Waterford, and I hope to see everybody there.
Are you just too busy these days? Do you intend to buy a card or go shopping for a gift for that special occasion, but you just never get that round to it? Call Woodsfield Greenhouse and let them take care of all your gift-giving needs. For birthdays, anniversaries, congratulations, or just because, send a fresh cut or silk bouquet with a balloon. Or how about a planter for new babies, get well, or funerals? For home or office, treat yourself to wreaths, swags, and floor plants. And of course, we do weddings and give food delivery in town. Let Woodsfield Greenhouse work for you. Most of us don't spend a lot of time thinking about septic service until we really need it. Sparky Septic Service is there when you need them with liquid waste removal, septic tank cleaning, or portable toilets. Sparky serves Eastern Ohio and the Northern Panhandle. When you need portable toilets for special events, call them at 472-0525. Remember their motto, in our business, a flush beats a full house. Autumn's here. The holiday season is right around the corner. Treat yourself to a new haircut, hair color, or perm at Rita's Beauty Shop and be ready for all those holiday parties. Open 6 days a week and evenings by appointment. For your convenience, walk-ins are welcome. Gift certificates are available for services and products for holidays or year-round gift giving. For holiday hair care, call Rita's Beauty Shop today at 472-0964 and treat yourself. And for breakfast, lunch, or takeout, come to Village Bake Shop for hot and cold sandwiches, side orders, and fresh baked goods. Special orders are no problem in family meat packs and meat cut to your specifications. Don't forget about our deli and our special occasion baked goods. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till 2.